Greetings everybody, I am Brian D0313 and welcome to more Kerbal Space Program, a game that loves to crash when you run fraps. Last time we started off our career in the space program. We wanted to make an unmanned ship that orbited the planet and descended and landed back onto Kerbal. We haven't been doing too well. We've been having problems with the ship, like losing control, not having enough fuel to make a standard orbit, not having enough fuel to actually come back. So we gotta fix that. And you know, NASA probably had the same problems back in the day. They never had too many successful launches, I bet, to begin with. That's why we practice and get better. And we have been getting better. First off, we're going to look at this information. Some people might know what it is, others, who knows. But you kind of want to look at like things like delta V, thrust to weight ratio, which is TWR. And right now it says 1.64. That means we actually have enough thrust to lift off. Anything under 1 and we would never ever lift off. But 1.64 isn't really too well, especially with this staging. And I have a good feeling it's probably because we don't have enough fuel and we don't really have that powerful. Our engines aren't that powerful. Next thing I want to show you, if this doesn't crash, is something with the engines. Right now our engines are mounted on the left and the right. So oriented this way is left, right, back, and this is front. So we go to launch pad, McQuack. Please don't crash. I really don't feel like re-recording this. Go, go. Yes, I think we got it. Okay. So here we are. We're on the launch pad. Now we're going to launch up. Oh, now when we launch up, as you notice, we have our staged rockets here on the left and the right. And when we lift off, we're going to go up, and eventually we're going to turn right. We're going to turn all the way over here to about 90, and that means turn it right. So I wonder if by having our rockets like this, that actually hinders our ability to turn. I could put the rockets here and still turn it that way. That might work better, but I was just thinking about that. Maybe people might know more about that than I do. We got something here called decouple. I wonder what happens if we do that. Cool! If I did that one over here. We're just messing around. Goodbye! How about you? And you? Isn't there another decoupler right here? Oh well. Let's go back to vehicle assembly. We're going to try something new. We're going to redesign this. So let's see. We got a. Let's see if I can zoom in. If I remember the keys. There we go. We're going to get rid of some of the sensor shit. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. I think these might have been causing the problem because, like, uneven weight. Okay. Next, we're not going to land this in. We're going to do something else. So we're going to get rid of all of this. Goodbye. So bad, so sad. Instead, we're going to add a fuel cell here. We're going to add this baby, so we have a little bit more fuel for this stage. We're going to find our rocket, which is that. Next, we're going to put a decoupler. If I can figure out where it is, I believe it's here. That decoupler right there. No movie there. Next, we're going to add another stage. We're going to take this guy, put it right there. We're going to zoom out. We're going to put a rocket with this one. From right here, you see the is that LSP or ISP? I don't know. But you see that at sea level in a vacuum. From what I heard, the higher the number, the more fuel efficient the engines are. So we have this one, and then we have this one. They're both the same, but the engine power is different, so I wonder what that means. And we know one's vectoring and the other isn't. Flame out threshold. Yeah, so the only thing different is one of them is vectoring, and the other one has more engine power. So I'm going to use more engine power on this one. Next we're going to put in our stacked decoupler. Put you here. We're going to take this in here. We're going to make our ship a little bit bigger. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a fuel cell. First we're going to add this little baby one. And then we're going to add two of these huge fuel cells. Yeah! And then to finish it off, we're going to add on the first page a sexy mainsail rocket. I believe that's mainsail. Yep. That baby's going to get us into space. Oh, I'm looking at this in the wrong way. There we go. I wanted RCS, so I'm going to disconnect that. Find out where my RCS fuel cell is. I believe. Nope. What's this one? Is that the super small? Yep. I'm gonna put you there. Put you there. Cool. So now we have RCS. We have that. Let's put some wings for stabilization. I'm gonna put 4 of these bad boys on. Yeah. Gonna add some structural stabilizing enhancers. Still don't know what the value of these things are. We're gonna keep them on stage 4. Let's see which one's that one. Yeah, we don't want that to happen, so we're gonna move you down here. Okay. Still that. Now we want this thing to actually land this time, so we're going to go to, I believe, utility. We're going to go over here, and we're going to take the LT1 landing struts because they're the lightest. They have, let's see, yeah, they're 0.5, they're 0.05, while this one's 0.1, and I don't think these are the right ones. These would really work too well. We're going to take these, we're going to put 4 on this bad boy. There we go. I doubt we're going to actually land. We're going to try our best. Next we need those RCS thrusters. We don't want them both. We don't want them up here, and then we don't want them down here. Of course, you want to always have them at the 2 pivot points. So shift to pivot. One thing I forgot to show you though are these things. We got the center of mass, which is right here. Then we have the center of lift, which is down here. And center of thrust. Wherever these mean, I don't know. All I know is center of mass is like right there. So I'm assuming it's equal weight up here and down here. Or maybe it's just like very bottom heavy. Maybe that's what it means. Not going to put any RCS thrusters down here. No need for that. We do, however, want to put some sensor things. Comes science. Computer flight recorder goes back to the roots with a Kerbal engineer. Combined, blah blah blah. This unit has been proven to be at least blah 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 faster than a standard hard drive. So I guess it's a black box. Here. Compact survey unit answers call for reliable light. Let's see. I wonder how those things work. Either way, we're going to take these things. We're going to take these sensor things. We're going to put 4 of them on just for the balance. 4 of each. Completely unnecessary, but just want the balance. And it's added weight. I could have sworn the ship had I don't think it's added weight. Good. I could have sworn the ship had like 3 a 3 thrust weight ratio. I had to check. We're going to name this Mark 6.2. Okay, and let's just hope that this doesn't crash when I go to load. It's going to load up the Unmanned Orbiter, Mark 6. Which should be the same exact thing, I guess. .49. Okay, I was mistaken. Yeah, I was messing around earlier. I just wanted to see why I was failing. So we're going to go back to this one. We're going to delete this guy. Yes. And let's hope we can actually make it to the launch pad without this thing crashing again. So let's launch. Actually, abort launch. We're going to rename this to the 6. Launch! Launch when ready. Arrgh. And we're on a crash. Did we already crash? Okay, people, and after that crash, we're back. We're on the launch pad. It's not really lined up correctly, but oh well. We're going to throttle up, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And let's rock and roll. Turn on SAS. Now, we always turn right to about 90 or 45. I don't know, I've heard it's called 45. But we do that so that we can maintain like the same orbit as like the rest of everything. And these mainsails are doing pretty good. We can actually throttle down a bit. Maintain that fuel efficiency. Try to stay around 150. But there's an autopilot control that like can maintain this, but meh. Guess I'd be like sort of cheating. Did NASA have autopilot? Probably. Then again, it was like back in the like 50s, 60s, and 70s. Back when the resistors were all the rage. Getting close to our mark where we make our turn. Oh shit. Losing some thrust. We're gonna turn SAS off. And full power to the engines, turn in right. Right there. A little bit more. That looks good. And we're going to look at this. See our apoapsy's growing like awesome. This mainsail's much better than those other engines we've been using. We're going to eject this pretty shortly. And let go. Fire next rocket. We should be there in just a couple seconds. And kill engines. Okay, now we gotta grow this to a stable orbit. Okay, when they flip around, we know that they're both pretty much the same size. Want to have a nice circular orbit, not elliptical. Okay, we got 2 minutes to node. It's going to take about 59 seconds. Turn in SAS off. Going to turn RCS on. Turn. Actually, need to remap my RCS controls. And point there. Last time I did this, it was about like it's around like lower to 50 seconds, like 53. I wonder why the time changed. Yeah, so we pretty much have the same exact orbit as the moon. But if we zoom out, there's another planet just out here, Venus, which has a slightly obscured orbit. I don't know if that's another moon or what. just be aware all the orbits aren't like 2D-ish. Okay, we're getting ready for our burn. We're going to burn at about 30. We're going to watch this baby grow to the size we want. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burn, baby, burn, burn, burn. Don't leave the RCS on just for stability. I kind of wish you could actually see the fuel. You shouldn't have to like just switch between. Got 30 seconds, 29, 28. Let's get our fuel. Doing pretty good. We should be able to do this on with fuel to spare. It's growing. Make sure it grows to the size we want. Kill it. And I believe we got our orbit. Success, baby. And as I said, we should have fuel to spare. We probably could have used a smaller engine. Maybe. 76 left. Or I mean a smaller fuel cell. Nah, I don't think so. We couldn't use that one. Oh. Oh, I should have had like solars, but oh well. Let's turn off those RCS so we don't waste the fuel. Maybe they never use that much. So let's open up our thing. And we're going to speed up and watch this thing go around. Can't really go too fast because we're not that high in orbit yet. Going around dark side of the moon of the Kerbal. Wonder if it'd be cool if it told you how much fuel is left. Rendezvous display, celestial bodies. Oh well. Okay, so we're able to make one complete turn. That's 98. What's this one? 36. So we're going to want to come back. So we're going to slow this down. Our next goal is to bring this baby back. Because it won't last that long. We don't have any way to recharge the batteries. Even though the batteries should be doing fine. Yeah. I don't know why this thing says like no more electrical charge. We can rename vessels. Control from. I wonder what control from here means. Total torque. Well. So don't add maneuver point. We're going to add it over here because that'll shrink this area down. And this one's closest. So it'll be less fuel to consume. And maneuver point here. We're going to do retrograde. We want to bring it down about, I believe, 36. So that the plant can actually grab us. 33. 36. Okay. Okay, we're going to fire up our RCS. And we're going to turn just a bit. Only 1 second burn, which will be sweet. RCS off. Like that. Let's speed it up a little bit. Because we got about 8 minutes. Always want to set our SAS before time, just so we don't have to be fiddling around last second. No, no, no! Damn it. Didn't really work. I really went over too much. Let's go back around. We gotta be careful here because the course is running on batteries. The last thing we want to do is have the batteries run out. Probably shrunk it a little bit. Let's turn SAS off. Fire up those RCS. Turn just a bit. Back on. We got 21 minutes. It's just mirrors the time going up. Oh! Let's see if I can do this without having to reset the maneuver point. It's always a good idea to press F5 just to save, just in case. A quick save. Mess up? Hey. Okay, I believe that's it. Right where we want. Okay. We're going to actually rotate back around this time. We're going to rotate around to the proto-raid. Turn off RCS, lock it on. Turn RCS back on. Okay. We're on to next stage. Disconnect. Because we want to land. And okay. Speed it up. Oh yeah, we want to rotate this once again. We want to rotate over to retrograde. We might actually land in the water. There's a possibility for that. We're going to fire the engines just a little bit to shrink this down. Oh. Let me press space. Let me see. Yeah, I haven't fired that stage yet. Okay. Okay, we're going to cut the engines. We're going to speed it up again. And we're still in orbit, but we're going to be oh crap. Smaller vessels usually, oh maybe it's because there we go, because we're on fast forward. The smaller vessels usually are hard to control. See our planet Kerbal going pretty fast. Let's oh yeah, because we got fast forward on. Okay, let's burn some oh crap, we're gonna land in the water. Maybe if I turn it around to prograde. Can we do larger? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, let's kill those engines before we do more bad things. Hello, Kerbal. I believe around like 5 kilometers is when our parachutes actually like fire open. We're going really burning up here. Let's slow our descent. Kind of want to land on land, but eh. to activate the landing gear so we could land. Oh, I guess that doesn't work. So we'll just do this. Let's lower the landing gear. And I'm still losing altitude. We're going to fire parachutes. And kill the engines. Let's not cut the parachutes. I guess the parachutes actually have a health bar. Right now it's at yellow. I guess if it gets too bad, it'll like just, I guess it could actually burn up. And we're almost home. This was successful. We did what we wanted to do. We wanted to fly around, scan the planet for a little bit, and come back. I wonder if they're going to add like weather eventually. Some people have been wanting clouds. Like, why are there no clouds? Need some sort of point of reference. RCS is still on. Getting close down to the water. Good point of reference is also like your shadow. Has the chute deployed? Not yet. Still doing its thing. Oh crap, we just lost our ship. It broke off. I guess the chute did break. But we finally did what we wanted to do. Even though it caused us to destroy our ship. The stack decoupler was damaged by engine exhaust, blah blah. Structural failure and leakage. Switch down hard, blah blah blah. All that stuff broke, but that was a success, I believe. So next time, people, our next plan will be to launch up a satellite and leave it in orbit. This will be just it'll be a basic weather satellite. It'll just have these. We're not going to have a Cathane satellite yet. That'll be our second one. I wonder if this is something that we need. Okay, so until then, this has been Brian D0313 saying see ya and have a good day.